You are Locked On Red Sox Postcast, part of Locked On Sports Boston, on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, Tanner Houck certainly deserved better. Sox bullpen could not hold the lead on several occasions Wednesday night. What looked like it was going to be a series sweep, instead turning into one of the most disappointing losses of the season. Sox fall in 10 to the Rangers, unable to complete the series sweep, go 2-4 in the homestand. And hey, if you've been with us here on the Locked On Red Sox Postcast, what I said could happen with the Rangers did in the series finale. We do welcome you into our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox Postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, baseball play-by-play veteran, have painted the word picture in the minors and the big leagues in the World Baseball Classic, College Baseball Senior League World Series on the ESPN networks over the years. Proud to say that Red Sox skipper Alex Cora was a broadcast partner with me in 2016 in Bangor, Maine. We are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which is free and available wherever you get your podcasts. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, hey, we're going to discuss Tanner Houck's outing. He deserved better. But the bullpen, shaky, imploding, not getting the job done. Adolis Garcia, Josh Winckowski. It's time to look in the mirror and figure out a way to get hitters out. And stop giving up home runs and stop giving up runs every time out of the pen. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. There's lots to talk about with this one. Join the conversation, watching live on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Hit us up, comment section. You can also hit me up on the X at Lennox on Baseball with questions or comments. Our latest episode of the Locked On Red Sox Postcast is brought to you by PrizePicks, the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Go to prizepicks.com/LockedOnMLB. Use the code, all lowercase, LockedOnMLB for a first deposit match up to $100. Three times on Wednesday night, Rangers scored in the top of the inning, and the Red Sox came right back and answered, including in the bottom half of the eighth inning. Red Sox got 3 runs in the bottom half of the eighth inning after the Rangers had tied the game up at 4-4 in the top of the eighth. No Kenley Jansen, inning and a third, and you need him for the upcoming series against Baltimore. So, Adolis Garcia, and I don't know if he was smiling, but it really did look like he was smiling as he walked off the mound in that inning. Garcia ends up giving 2 runs in that eighth inning. Ninth inning, Winckowski, 2 outs. Red Sox have to take Nick Sogard out of the game with an injury. Red Sox unable to turn a double play. That's been a key. That's been a big thing for the Red Sox. Unable to turn a double play. Rafaela comes in from center field. He's playing second. They could not turn the 4-6-3 double play. Inning continues. And I swear right now to you, okay, as I'm getting ready, game story written, going to post, going to say, okay, we're going live with our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to go on and say, Wyatt Langford is going to be a superstar in the big leagues. What does Wyatt Langford do? 3-run home run. 3-run shot off Josh Winckowski. Game tied. So the Red Sox answer in the bottom half of the ninth, right? They'd already answered in 3 different innings. Rangers scored in the top half of the inning. Red Sox had an answer in the bottom of the frame. But as I've said, you need to add on against this Rangers team. And as Robertson is in the game, he goes 2/3 of an inning. He gets roughed up. Festa did the job. Scoreless bottom half of the ninth. And then you get Kirby Yates. Yates took care of business. Worked a scoreless bottom half of the 10th inning. Robertson right now and Yates are the 2 best pitchers, and you don't want to see them at the end of the game. Well, the Red Sox saw him, and Robertson gave it up. But Festa got the job done, and then Yates, again, top closer. 21st save on the season. Threw just 9 pitches in that bottom half of the 10th inning. And the big blow, yes, the Langford home run. Then in the 10th inning, Zack Kelly gives up the 4th home run of the game. 2-run shot to Jonah Heim. That's it, 9-7. So long. Ball game over. Red Sox Had a chance to sweep the Royals last week in Kansas City, didn't do it in Game 3. Red Sox had a chance to go 3-3 on a homestand, losing all three against the Astros. And as bad as you felt after Sunday's lopsided loss to the Astros, and they just took care of business over the 3 games, multiply it by 10, 15, 20 right now with this loss against the Texas Rangers. Rangers can beat you with the long ball. And they did. 4 home runs. 4 home runs, 2 from Adolis Garcia. 3 of those home runs coming, 8th inning on? Garcia homered in the 8th, his second of the game, made it a 1-run ball game, and then Langford scored on an error by Hamilton up the middle. Couldn't make a play, trying to get the 3rd out. But then again, at that bottom of the 8th inning, it should have been over. Should have absolutely been over 100% in the top of the 9th inning. Again, no Kenley Jansen. And I understand that move. I don't second guess that one. I don't. I just don't second guess not using Kenley Jansen. Not with what you have coming up. You need him fresh. But, Sims and Garcia, a majority. Maybe it was just 55% majority, but, okay, let's see what those guys can do in the bullpen. Those are the add-ons. But nobody's getting the job done in front of Kenley Jansen right now. Liam Hendriks. Come on back. Come on in. Hey, if you're with us on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, you can hit us up in the comments section. We'll go there right now. We can cry in our soup on this one because misery loves company. So the Sox, again, there was so much in play there. But again, it's a losing team at home this year. And losses like this on Wednesday night, it's why you don't have a winning record at home. Plain and simple. Came home from the Texas and Kansas City trip, an opportunity to get to 500 at home. That's not the case. 3 games under 500 at Fenway Park. That shouldn't be the case. I'd simply take, I can understand a losing record on the road and a winning record at home. It's been the opposite, and it's not like this is year 1 that this has happened for the Red Sox. Hit it up. Luka Doncic. Okay, Luka Doncic. Well, first off, it's not Luka. And the comments, yeah, you can throw them in there, Luka. I'll laugh with you. You guys joked. I had no bearing on the game whatsoever. If I did, I should be paid more money. Chokers. All right, Luka. Appreciate you checking in there with us, Luka. There's not much there. Appreciate you keeping it clean for me. That's the first time we've had that. I don't know if Luka Doncic is a joker with us or what, but we'll move on from there. The Pen, again, not getting the job done. It's the main storyline in this one. But come on. Bernardino did get the final out. And, you're thinking the worst when he came into the game for Tanner Houck. Tanner Houck deserved better yet again. 2 starts on the homestand for Tanner Houck. He left the game with a lead. Last Friday against Houston. Series finale, homestand finale on Wednesday against the Rangers. Houck, I give him a passing grade. I give him a solid A-. 6 2/3, 2 earned runs, 2 walks. We'll get into the strikeouts because it's interesting right now with Tanner Houck. He should be a guy. I mean, he's not a 9 strikeout a game guy. 10 strikeouts per 9 innings, but his strikeout numbers are low, and I think that says an awful lot. I'm going to hit the comment section. Yeah, okay, Luka. I can agree with that one, and I agree with what you're saying, and you're having some fun here at Red Sox fans' expense, I guess. You guys gave up that game. Yeah, the bullpen gave it up. Gave it up with the 3 home runs late, 4 home runs total for the Texas Rangers, which is what they do. And on a night where you keep Corey Seager 1 for 5, he reached twice with a base hit and a walk, but that was a quiet night for a guy who's just beating up on you. Smith, 3 hits. Garcia, 3 hits, the 2 home runs. Langford, 3 hits, 3 home runs. And again, Wyatt Langford, as he's at the plate just before the home run, I said, I'm going to go on and make the declaration that Wyatt Langford is going to be a superstar in the big leagues. And he is. Right there, boom, home run, 3-run shot, game tie. Bullpen. And I guess this is going to be the way. I mean, Liam Hendriks, you can't put it all on Liam Hendriks coming back and maybe being that 8th inning guy. And I understand Chris Martin going just a third of an inning, but at some point you're going to have Martin be able to go a full, and he's gone. I mean, the first outing he had not even having a rehab assignment. He gets the out after Garcia in that 8th inning, and that's it for him. Winckowski had the 9th inning, and Winckowski gave it up in a big way. And again, you're going to get opportunities, and it shows you the state, as we'll hit a break here in a moment, it shows you the state of what the Red Sox pitching is. These guys, hey, down to AAA, back up within a couple of days. But these guys have to understand, you're going to be a Tier 1 competitive club for a division title in the future. You're not going to get these opportunities in the future. They're going to have to go out and spend on the bullpen. You're going to have to spend on arms in the offseason. And do I add a starting pitcher if I can add a reliever, a top-of-the-line reliever or two, and maybe a closer too with Kenley possibly walking out the door? But if you're spending dollars right now, Craig Breslow, maybe that's already on the radar. The dollars spent, if you're going into free agency and expect to pay, you're going to need bullpen arms next year. You're going to right now, this team is going to go as far as Houck, Bayo, and Crawford get you, but these guys in the bullpen understand. You keep giving it up, you're only going to get so many options. And right now, there's not a guy right now deserving of being around. Where's Chase Sugar? Give him a chance. Give him a shot. Give him a shot. Had an opportunity for a sweep, did not happen. Had an opportunity to go 3-3 on the homestand as you go out on the road, did not happen. And that's going to be a quiet, maybe it's not a quiet plane ride. That might be hyperbole. Don't mean to go there. But no W for Tanner Houck. Again, in line, second straight start, in line for the win. Did his job. Even more so getting the 2 outs into the 7th inning on Wednesday night. Deserve better, deserve the win. He's got 3 winning decisions, by the way, since the beginning of June. 3. Now 3 no decisions in his last 5 outings as well. Coming up at bat of the night, and a couple to choose from, including on the losing side for the Red Sox as well. We're also going to get into a couple of positives. Danny and Romy did the job in the 8th inning. Feeling good. 10 minutes later, not so much. We'll discuss it next. All right, we've got some reads here. Locked On Red Sox Postcast, brought to you by Liquid IV. Summertime includes baseball, snacks, ice cream, popsicles. Yes, I like the salt, and I like the sweet as well. Looking for hydration? Well, when you're taking in America's pastime, you don't want to forget to hydrate. Liquid IV Popsicle Firecracker flavor, a surefire summertime hit. Get hydrated with electrolytes, essential vitamins, clinically tested nutrients from the #1 powered hydration brand in America, because baseball and summer go together like Liquid IV and indulgent hydration. Blast off with the iconic summer flavor of Popsicle Firecracker, a festive blend of citrus-fueled lemon lime, tart cherry, and raspberry flavors. Find all your favorite flavors on their website, from acai berry to lemon lime to pina colada. Tear, pour, live more. 1 stick plus 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone. 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink. 8 essential vitamins and nutrients. Always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. No more thirsty summers when you indulge in hydration with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code MLB at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code MLB at liquidiv.com. Sox fall in 10 to the Texas Rangers. Win 2 out of 3 in Arlington, win 2 out of 3 at Fenway, had a chance for the series sweep on Wednesday night, did not happen. Locked On Red Sox Postcast, also brought to you by Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps, on Prize Picks, simple. You against the numbers. All you have to do is pick more or less 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Get in on the daily action with your friends and become part of Prize Picks community today. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. You can turn $10 into $1,000. If you're looking for promotions, Prize Picks has got you covered every week, from lowering select player stat projections on Tuesday to help your lineup hit or by getting your entry fee back if you have a losing lineup on Fridays. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code LOCKEDONMLB at Prize Picks for a deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. Prize Picks. Yes, it's that easy. Again, Steve Lennox with you. Want to acknowledge our everydayers for making a Locked On Red Sox postcast their first listen. And don't forget as well, football is here. Football is king. Keep up with the New England Patriots preseason. Mike Debate, Locked On Patriots podcast. Pat's second preseason game Thursday night against the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike has you covered with all the Patriots storylines from the preseason. Locked On Patriots available wherever you get your podcasts. We will hit our at-bat of the night. Wilyer Abreu, 13th home run of the season in the 6th inning. That put the Red Sox in front 3-2. Abreu, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs in the month of August. He's not going to see Rangers pitching again. All 4 of his home runs, 8 of his 11 RBIs in the month of August against the Texas Rangers. That's production. Luca's still checking in with us. If you want to hit us up on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel comment section, go right ahead. Luca, I'm going to throw a little bit more out there. Luca, no bad language there, Luca. Let's go, Luka Doncic. If we see you guys in the playoffs, it's going to be a good one. Luca, who are you a fan of? If you're a fan of the Texas Rangers, Luca, you got a long way to go. I'm going to leave it at that, Luca. If you're a fan of the Texas Rangers, I like your ball club. I love your manager, Bruce Bochy. I love Corey Seager. I love Josh Young. I love Wyatt Langford. But I'm not sure your club's making it. I'm not sure right now. Maybe your club has a better chance than the Red Sox right now, Luca, if that's your team. Again, at bat of the night coming up. Man, at bat of the night should have been that 8th inning. Danny Jansen, 2-out base hit. And then Romy comes through with a 2-run double to add out of the lead. You think insurance runs. Nope. Wyatt Langford took care of that in the 9th inning. Jonah Heim took care of things for the Rangers in the 10th inning with a 2-run shot. How about 6th inning? Red Sox got that 1 run. I'm not really Nesson reference here, my first of the postcast here. Lou Merloni talking about Rafi Devers right now and what Lou Merloni is seeing. And Lou Merloni right now doesn't like Rafael Devers and what he's doing after big swings, big cuts, and coming up empty, taking his time out, not to regroup, but really just to get better physically. I mean, Devers was timed or challenged time and time again at third base. And again, this is not what negative in terms of my eyes are open, my ears are open to when Lou Merloni's providing the analysts on Rafi Devers right now. It's not doom and gloom, but he's certainly making you take notice of, we know Devers is not 100%, but he's hurting right now. Picked up an RBI in game 2 on Tuesday night, but the RBIs have been few and far between. But in that 6th inning, Romy Gonzalez sends one in the air, less than 2 outs, 1 out in the inning. Yoshida tags and scores from third base. Devers rounded the bag at second and was doubled off at first. But the Red Sox got that run. And with the WEEI, Nesson, Jimmy Fun broadcast the last 2 nights, a lot of people in and out of the booth, a lot of great stories, a lot of amazing stories, a lot of sad stories. But perseverance from little kids and adults beating cancer. But what got lost is they were saying goodbye to their guests on the Nesson broadcast in the booth, Dave O'Brien, Lou Merloni. And they came back to it. And the Red Sox, Yoshida did score, so Gonzalez sack fly and a run batted in. But they got the out to end the inning as they doubled off Rafi Devers. He was around the bag at second. And Lou Merloni said when they came back and discussed it, saying that run counts. Lou Merloni said Rafi Devers forgot how many outs there were, and his mind is somewhere else. And along those lines, thinking, I'm in real pain here. There's some real pain here. Was out of the lineup on Sunday. Now, if he goes on a tear on this road trip, which they desperately need, all is kind of forgotten, at least for the moment. But the way Lou Merloni is observing everything with Rafi Devers right now makes me wonder. But Nathaniel Lowe on that play, and they caught it beautifully from behind home plate. As Nathaniel Lowe is taking the throw from the outfield, he's actually off the bag. If he stretched for that ball, nonchalant, I don't know. I don't know what was in his mind there. But he's got to be able to make that play before Yoshida scores. If he takes the balls on the bag, Yoshida hasn't crossed the home plate, that run does not count. So that was a very interesting play, something you don't see every day. But at that point, Red Sox had a 4-2 lead. That was an interesting one. It really was. And Lou and Dave O'Brien caught it, aware of it, and that run scored. And the way they did, the picture, the camera, the shots told the story. Nathaniel Lowe probably gets that out if he's on the base. And it didn't look like from behind home plate on the camera angle that he had to come off the bag. Again, hit us up in the comments section, part of the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. I'm going to go there one more time. It's more Luka. Kenley was not in. All right, Luka, I understand not liking Josh Young, but I'm going to give him time because he's missed time this year with an injury. Why wasn't Kenley in for the ninth inning? Really because of the fact that he pitched an inning at third on Tuesday, and you can't gas him the same way. And he's had some long stays where he hasn't pitched. There's been a handful of days between outings on a couple of occasions here recently. Remember, at the beginning of the last road trip in Texas, he had tweaked his back in the finale against the Mariners, and they were away from him for a couple of games there. So that's why Kenley Jansen did not pitch there. Aiden is checking in. Aiden's asking that question in. I'm sorry, Aiden. Giving that one to you. Aiden, that's why Kenley Jansen's not in there in that ninth inning. What's a worse loss? Luka, one more time. Yankees losing to the White Sox the way they did? Or the Red Sox lost to the Rangers? That's pretty close. I don't know what the Yankees did on Wednesday night in the finale. Ooh, let me see on that scoreboard there. That game's in the sixth inning. White Sox are up 2-1. Beat up on the Yankees 2 nights ago. Juan Soto had 3 home runs in the victory on Tuesday night. The Yankees, you throw that one away. I know it's against the White Sox, a team with 92 losses, but you throw that one away from a couple of nights ago, and the Yankees responded nicely. So Kenley Jansen, back to Aiden. Aiden, appreciate checking in with us. Kenley Jansen not in there. Again, inning of the third on Tuesday night. When you went to him in the 8th inning on Tuesday, it's sort of along the lines of, okay, we need to win this game. We don't worry about tomorrow until we get till tomorrow. And again, that's one of the things I say over the years. The rest of the guys in the bullpen, they absolutely needed to know that situation. It's not on Kenley tonight in the 9th inning. It's on us. It's on the rest of us. And they didn't get the job done. You're in the big leagues. It's not all about style points. You need to get the job done. You're paid to get the job done in the majors. That's why some guys are in the minors to work on things, not in the big leagues. And if I really, and Lou Merloni mentioned it early on, and I don't think he likes the sweeper either. But how many times, that home run was off a sweeper. I'm now on record over this homestand. I'm officially off the sweeper. Again, I'm not in front of pitching coaches. I can't have those one-on-one conversations. I can't discuss philosophy the way I did many, many years ago when roving coordinators came in, broadcaster for a Royals minor league affiliate, year plus as a broadcaster for a Red Sox affiliate. Those guys always gave me great access, and I could learn a lot about pitching. I don't understand the sweeper. I don't understand establishing the fastball. Tanner Houck doesn't throw a four-seam fastball. You look at Baseball Savant, they give the pitching line and, what the repertoire is. Tanner Houck doesn't throw a four-seam fastball. Doesn't really throw the four-seam fastball at all. At bat of the night, Heim hits the home run in the 10th inning, but I wanted to give it to Danny Jansen. I wanted to give it to Romy Gonzalez. Not happening. It's Wyatt Langford's home run against Winckowski with 2 outs in the 9th inning that tied the game up. And if you thought at that point in time, okay, the Red Sox can do it one more time, hey, I thought it too. Wishful thinking on this particular night because it didn't happen. And a disappointing loss. You can put it in the top 5. Where I'd rank it overall in terms of disappointing losses on the season, I'm not quite sure there. Not quite sure where I rank it, but it's up there. You had a chance for a sweep against a team right now. Sorry, Luka Doncic. I don't really believe it's Luka Doncic. But the Rangers right now, until you get to 500, you're not even close right now. Until you get there, I don't consider you in contention, especially as we're approaching, 40 games left in the regular season for most clubs. Numbers of the night, update on Tyler O'Neill, and a look ahead to the Orioles series does not get any easier. 4 in Baltimore starting Thursday night at Camden Yards against the O's, and then 3 in Houston against the Astros. Oh, by the way, the Red Sox opened up this current homestand that wrapped up on Wednesday by losing all 3 over the weekend against Houston. I know you know that, but I figured I'd throw another reminder out there. Salt in the wound. Locked On Red Sox Postcast, brought to you by Ibotta. It's summertime, barbecue season. Hey, you can stock up on all your grilling favorites, and you can also earn cash back on every purchase when you use Ibotta. So, we know, use Ibotta, break it down for you. At that point in time, you're saving money, and you're not choosing between your hot dog or hamburger. You're getting both. Ibotta, free app that lets you earn cash back every time you shop. Earn on hundreds of items, from groceries to beauty supplies, even toys, so you can make sure you're beating inflation no matter what you're purchasing. The average Ibotta user earns $256 per year. We know that could cover the cost of an entire shopping trip. Could certainly bring down the cost on that flight you've been eyeing, and it can also help you out with that fancy dinner that you've been craving. Other apps give you points, and we know they don't amount to much. With Ibotta, you earn cash back that you can withdraw to your bank account, PayPal, or gift cards. Simply add offers in the app, upload your receipt, Viola, the money is yours. You can save on over 2,400 brands and shop at over 1,000 retailers, including your favorite grocery stores, Lowe's, Macy's, Sephora, Best Buy, and more. Time to join the over 50 million users who use Ibotta to earn cash back every time they shop. Right now, Ibotta is offering our listeners $5 off just for trying Ibotta. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB when you register. Go to the App Store or the Google Play Store, download the free Ibotta app, start earning cash back, and use code LOCKEDONMLB. That's Ibotta in the Google Play or App Store, and use code LOCKEDONMLB. Locked On Red Sox Postcast, also brought to you by eBay Motors. Passion, drive, patience. The formula for winning championships also is what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. Superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED lights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back, because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not your cash. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to make your car the MVP and bring home huge wins. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions do apply. eBay Guaranteed Fit only available to U.S. customers. Well, I had some great numbers of the night lined up, especially after the bottom half of the 8th inning. I think I'm going to throw a couple of those out. Steve Lennox with you, Locked On Red Sox Postcast, part of the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, your team every day. News and notes. Tyler O'Neill, not likely to come off the injured list tomorrow, hospitalized with an infection in his calf. That was an illness during that last road trip through Arlington and Kansas City. And it was reported on Wednesday, O'Neill spending several days in the hospital. Sox right now, we know they could use his lineup or his bat in the lineup. He's been back with the team. Baseball activities, if they started up, they've been limited so far. Brennan Bernardino, doesn't matter. He's gone down to AAA. Cam Boozer. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Brennan Bernardino, he pitched in the game, Wednesday night. Got the final out in relief of Tanner Houck in that 7th inning. Bernardino back up. Cam Boozer pitched Tuesday night. Boozer lands on the IL. Remember, he gave up 2 walks with the bases loaded Tuesday night. Boozer dealing with left elbow inflammation. Trevor Story, again, taking BP at Fenway Wednesday. We'll see. Is he going to be on this upcoming road trip with the Red Sox, or does he stay back in Boston? Jarren Duran was activated from the injured list, struck out in his first 2 at-bats, and Manuel Valdez back down to AAA. Brad Keller, minor league deal. No better deal out there for Keller. He did have an option. He was DFA'd and was looking for other opportunities to pitch with a big league club at the major league level, and that did not happen. That's got to be a tough one to swallow, not just for Brad Keller, but pitchers in that situation. What team around baseball doesn't need pitching? And no one was going to take a flyer on Brad Keller. Now, you've got to add him to the 40-man roster. If your 40-man roster is filled, and it is mostly at this time of the season, that means somebody else has to be DFA'd with another organization. So there are a lot of things that go into it, but Brad Keller could be another option at some point. I mean, you just never know how these things are going to play out at this point in time with that. Luka wants to fire Alex Cora. Luka, that is not happening, especially after he just signed a 3-year extension, and he's going to be around for 3 more years after this current season with the Red Sox as well. So those are the moves. Again, Trevor Story, Liam Hendricks, not putting all the eggs in that basket, but the Red Sox could use those guys right now. Story, at the very best, is early September, right? Casas is not going to be activated. He's just about up with his rehab assignment. So he could join the team. And if he joins the team in Houston early next week, I've got a Tristan Casas story that I'll share with you. Numbers of the night somewhere on my cheat sheets here. That is not it, I don't believe. Let's see if I go over here to this pile. Numbers of the night. Duran back in the lineup. Dave O'Brien gave this one early. So Duran in the ball game. And again, I had a couple of good ones, but I basically ended up throwing them out as well. I'm not scoreboard watching right now. I do know earlier today the Royals did win in Minneapolis against the Twins. Duran 1 for 5, 2 strikeouts. So Duran now 5 hits in his last 25 at-bats and 10 strikeouts in his last 25 at-bats as well. From a baseball standpoint, not going back into the 2-game suspension, Duran's going to be just fine. Mentally, he'll have to get over what he went through in the last couple of days, and he admits it was hard. And you know what? With what transpired, it should be hard. But Duran, those 2 days off, I do think serve him well the rest of the way because he's not going to be out of the lineup outside of an injury. He's going to be in the lineup day in, day out for the Red Sox. The Red Sox ended up with 10 base hits. Masa Yoshida had 3 hits, including the double with 2 outs that got things going in that bottom of the 8th inning when the Red Sox scored 3 runs and went in front 7-4 at the time. So Yoshida, to me, I look at him, and he always seems to have, a 3-hit game, a quiet 3-hit game, but again, a big hit. Extended the first inning for Rafael Devers, got him a first inning at bat by reaching. But that was a big double in the 8th inning at the time. But Yoshida, he's a DH. He's a left-handed hitting DH. He's got good form when he runs, and the Red Sox and the analysts on NESN always seem to bring that up. I don't know if it's tongue-in-cheek or not, but at this point, he's just a DH. I don't know that he ends up completing that contract at some point in time. He'll give you a home run every once in a while, but he's your number 3 hitter right now in the series finale, and he's been all up and down the lineup. But where Yoshida is right now, just kind of look at that and wonder if that's really, I just don't know about Yoshida being in that spot. I mean, is he down in the line? But, again, he doesn't offer you anything. He really limits you in terms of what you can do. You're going to have his bat in the lineup over Devers, who could DH every once in a while, get him off his feet, give him a rest with his shoulder, put him in the DH spot. Maybe that happens more going forward. Don't know that. Pure speculation on my part. Do I have another numbers of the night? Cedar Rafaela, his 6-game hit streak coming to an end. Tanner Houck. Looking at Houck's line, I thought they gave him 2 strikeouts. Houck ended up with 3 strikeouts in the game. But Houck, 3 strikeouts, 2 strikeouts in 3 of his previous 5, and the 3 strikeouts. He should, again, you don't have to be a guy who's striking out 9 or 10 in the game, but when you need a strikeout, he should be a guy who can rear back and get it. 2 strike hits, those will drive you crazy. And with Tanner Houck, there's a guy that used to pitch for the New York Mets organization, Mike Pelfrey. 2 strikes, his pitch count would go up. And I didn't pay attention tonight, and I was going to. But Tanner Houck, his pitch count elevates, 2 strikes, and he can't finish off a hitter with a strikeout. On or off in 4. But he'll have at-bats. And maybe I'll go back and do the at-bats over his 6 2/3. He had a couple lengthy at-bats, 6-7 pitches, but, again, you get 2 strikes on the hitter, put them away. Foul ball, foul ball, foul ball. That extends the at-bat, advantage hitter. And then that also gets the pitch count up as well. Quick look, what's ahead? We know what's ahead. Rough road trip. Baltimore for 4, Houston for 3. Orioles outscoring the Red Sox 43-22 and winning 5 of 6 from the Red Sox during the first half of the season. That included a series sweep at Fenway in the first half as well. Pivetta, Eflin, Game 1 pitching matchup Thursday night. Criswell, Corbin Burns. If Criswell can go right now, sort of a TBA, and he's penciled in there for the start on Friday. Then you got Bayo and Crawford over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And you're getting the best from the Orioles, who their starting pitchers have been shaky, I think you can say. But Eflin, acquired from the Tampa Bay Rays. Burns has been their best. Got him during last offseason. You're going to see him on Friday in Game 2. Suarez and then Trevor Rogers also picked up at the deadline as well. Hey, we want to thank our sponsors as we get out of here. Liquid IV, Prize Picks, Ibotta, and eBay Motors. As always, we like to remind you, one final time, a friendly reminder, Locked On Red Sox Postcast does follow each and every Red Sox game all season long. We do thank you for making the Locked On Red Sox Postcast your first listen every day. Free and available wherever you get your podcasts. Also, love the participation from the audience on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. You can leave comments and you can tell us what you'd like to see better on the podcast, on the Postcast live stream as well. And you can leave your baseball comments and we'll address those too. We do go live within minutes of the last out of every Red Sox ball game with our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox Postcast. Locked On Sports Boston, your number one place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team every day.